Yo, what's good everyone? This is Ayo Boxing from Adiba, and we're here to talk about Vasily Lomachenko fighting George Kambosos Jr. So news just broke that Vasily Lomachenko and George Kambosos Jr. are set to fight for the vacant IBF lightweight title in Australia on May 12th, and this announcement is not surprising to me at all. Rumors of this fight have been circulating since the fall of last year. Furthermore, this fight was originally supposed to happen in 2022 after Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez. However, the Russian invasion of Ukraine derailed that fight since Loma decided to return back home to Ukraine. And to be honest, I've never liked this fight. I don't see the appeal of this fight, and I'm somewhat shocked that there's no backlash or criticism for this fight. In 2022, this fight made sense, but now, I don't think Kambosos deserves a title shot, especially in Australia, and I believe Loma ducked Shakur in order to get a belt in an easier fight. George Kambosos' last fight was in July of last year against Maxie Hughes, and most people, including myself, thought that Maxie Hughes won and was robbed of his victory. Kambosos' trainer apparently thought the same, but due to Kambosos being signed to a multi-year deal with Top Rank and the fight being on ESPN while Maxie Hughes was the B-side and signed to rival promoter Matchroom, Kambosos got a gift decision. Keep in mind that Kambosos could have fought Shakur to become a WBC mandatory, but opted to go in a different route, which was fighting Maxie Hughes to position himself in the IBF. And with Devin Haney vacating all the belts at lightweight, Kambosos became first in line for the IBF in Australia. I like Kambosos. I think he's a good fighter that has managed to do great things based on opportunities presented to him. And I wouldn't have a problem with none of this if Kambosos actually beat Hughes. But this fight reeks of promoter favoritism and boxing corruption. It's obvious why Top Rank is pushing him so hard. They want an Australian superstar, but Kambosos isn't the guy who can deliver on that. And when it comes to Loma, I'm more disappointed in him, because Loma could have fought Shakur Stevenson for the WBC belt. After losing to Haney in a fight where a lot of people thought that Loma won, Loma petitioned for a rematch through the WBC. Because of this, Loma retained his rank as the number 1 in the WBC rankings, while Shakur Stevenson was ranked number 2, and when Haney was named champion in recess at lightweight by the WBC, Loma and Shakur were supposed to fight for the vacant title. However, Loma turned down the fight and caught some backlash from Shakur and the fans. His reasoning was that he wanted to return to Ukraine and be with his family, and at the time, I thought it was appropriate for him to do so and had no problem with it. I assumed that Loma would fight Shakur once he was ready to return to the ring, but that wasn't the case. It's safe to say that Loma ducked Shakur, and you can't convince me otherwise. I'm assuming Top Rank wants Loma to pick up a belt and then go into a unification fight, therefore giving Loma leverage and promoting a unification fight with Shakur, which makes sense from Loma's perspective and a business standpoint. But in my opinion, Loma should have just fought Shakur on his return. Loma's already 35 years old. He should be in the biggest fights at lightweight rather than partaking in these proxy build-up fights. But that's just my opinion on the matter. Nonetheless, the style clash should make this fight interesting, and they're both guaranteed to make a lot of money from it. Furthermore, it's essentially a crossroads fight. Whoever loses might be relegated to a gatekeeper status, and I predict Loma to stop Kambosos. But who knows, this is boxing, anything can happen. But thank you for tuning in with Ayo Boxing from Diva. Hit like, subscribe, and more content's coming your way.